What? Vegeta and the Orange Mastery sucks? Shut your mouth! What's going on, guys? MrWaffles here. These people talking nonsense. Thinking about, Vegeta stinks and the Mastery. Nah, man. I'm going to tell you guys why I think Vegeta's good and why I think the Orange Mastery is amazing. Everyone has their own opinion, which is totally fine, but again, for me, for the most part, I can see a lot of potential in Vegeta as well as the Mastery itself. So, I'm talking about Vegeta. His level 1, again, is constant power when, or first time each combat when one of your card effects would cause you to discard like one card, you get to reveal it instead. And its power is when you perform a style attack, you can have it do its life card damage into stages instead. So, well, level 1 Vegeta, again, I'm not sure about the whole ruling clarification of what would work with Vegeta and what not, but I'm going off the premise that cards that have if effects, like if this card is discarded, do X, Y, and Z, wouldn't work with Vegeta because you're not actually discarding the card, you're revealing it. So cards that say like you may, I figured it would work, but I think anything that has like an if clause to it, because I think it's like a condition that has to be met, wouldn't work. So if this card's discarded, blow up the board. Well, you didn't discard it, you revealed it. So that's what I'm thinking. Again, there's no official ruling on it yet, but that's how I'm seeing it, so that's what we're going to go by. So things like face break wouldn't really work, so unfortunately, or even a black style mastery wouldn't work because you're not actually discarding the card. So what does this effect really work with? Well, with blue, we have blue fair, we have the mastery, we have blue avoidance, blue swift block, blue leap and kick, and probably some others I'm probably missing, but those are some good choices. I mean, leap and kick to reveal and have a card that stays on the table to be used twice just for, revealing is really good. Again, avoidance, your opponent does an energy attack, you stop it, reveal a card, throw it back at him, and keep the card in your hand that you can use again for an attack. So even though he doesn't have an extra action, he kind of makes up for it with that ability, because instead of you losing a card, you keep it, and you get, if it's an attack, you get to play it. So depending on a certain style and play style of your deck, he kind of makes up for that action. But really, when you're at 1, you pretty much want to get off of him. He also works with the same mastery, again under my pretense of how his effect would really work, where instead of you have same direct strike, so you reveal it, physical for +4 whatever, how much damage, and then you get to play it. So he does make up for the extra not having action per se on the card. In black, I think the only black card I can really think of that I figured would work with this effect is a black overhead burst, where you entry for 5, cost 3, raise your anger 2. If it hits, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, use a critical damage effect. So instead of discarding, you reveal it instead, and things like that. So orange possession drill. If you have 4 cards in hand, you use possession drill. You draw a drill instead of discarding it. You get to reveal it. You keep your hand 6 cards. Insane. If you have orange disaster drill, and it says you could discard this card from your hand to do a physical attack doing 3 stages, it'll be 4 with the mastery. You get to just reveal it instead, and free 4 every turn. Just 4, 4, 4, just reveal. So his level 1 has some good effects depending on the type of deck, and also if we're gonna have some more cards in the future that has these effects. I mean, think about it. I mean, we have a long lifespan for the game, so you can imagine more cards that would really work with this effect. So right now we don't have the biggest card pool, but I can see us having a lot of cards down the road for it. It's level 2, constant power, where all your life cards from your style attacks can be converted to stages instead, and the physical attack for 4 life. Reason why I like his level 2 a lot, because usually level 2 is like that wanky level where the effects are like hit or miss kind of thing. But his level 2 is amazing. Reason being, for one, you can either go 2 different directions. You can either, where you're doing energy attacks for life cards and can keep it life, and then you can use his power for additional life, or you can have his attack deal with the life card situation, and then have your attacks that would normally do life cards do stages instead, and take care of that route. So you can either have one direction, all life cards, and just kind of bash face in the life deck, or you can have it where you have your power to do life cards, take care of that, and then your attacks to deal stages. So you have a lot of different variation direction to go. And again, with Vegeta, It's not like an MP where you just pick up and throw D-discs around and expect to win. Something where you have to really construct and really think about how you want your deck to be built, how you want your attack ratios to be in terms of life cards and stages. You know, it's not so much about just like trying to fit in cards just to fit in, but also think like, you know, if I want this card to do this life or this amount of stages or whatever. So it's a very tactical MP that you really have to make sure you play really well with. His level 3 is constant power. It takes the level 1 and 2 and pretty much combines them. And it says when a card effect, first time each combat when a card effect would reveal discard one card from your hand, you can reveal it instead. So if your opponent stare downs you, you reveal it. Opponent black masters you, reveal the card. So it's amazing. And it's any card effect. So level 1 was just your card effects. Level 3 is any card effect. And the second part of that is all your attacks that do stages can do life, and vice versa. So energy for 5 stages instead. Energy for 6 stages, 6 life instead, or whatever. So to be able to constantly switch on a dime, to be able to switch up your tactics mid combat is amazing. You know, think about it compared with the red mastery, where all your physical attacks, all your style physical attacks do +2 stages, you can now do +2 life. So depending on how you go and what kind of mastery you want to fiddle around with, can really be deadly. I like him a lot in blue for the revealing part, for black for the stage swapping, and same thing with orange, and even with the red mastery. With black, all your attacks are doing +1/+1, but with Vegeta 3, you know, instead of the +1 life, it can actually be +2 stages instead. So I think it's really cool to maybe have some kind of physical beatdown deck, not so much physical beatdown deck, but a stage locking deck with Vegeta, which can happen because now you're not resorting to just physical attacks to output stage damage, but energy attacks as well. So I really like that about Vegeta. And then his level 4 says your first styled physical attack is unstoppable, and your styled energy, if it hits, you get to choose a styled physical attack and put it into your hand. So why is this good? You know, it's not so much like, oh, there's a lot of things that have to be met, like energy has to hit, blah, blah, blah. But it's just basically like you're cycling through. So you play your physical attack, it's unstoppable. So let's say you're playing like Blue Slash or something like that. Unstoppable, you take the damage, you hit him with an energy. If it hits, you get the Blue Slash back again. And for next combat, you get to use a slash over again. So it just kind of cycles around and makes you be able to recycle cards that you already used. So it's another good way to look at it, because I didn't really look at it in that light, but you get to use a physical attack that you could get back to physical attack that you just used if the energy attack hits. So it's a lot of cool like swapping and, you know, stage into life into stages, energy, physical stuff. So again, Vegeta is not going to be an easy MP to master or easy deck to build around. So it's just a lot of careful deck building from the players. So again, anyone that's trying Vegeta, I encourage it, but at the same time, you also have to really know what you're doing. This MP isn't for like the faint of heart, you know. It's really going to separate the good deck builders from the bad ones for sure. Not to say like you build it and your Vegeta sucks, but I think for people to like dismiss it right away and not really see that there's probably some potential deck out there where Vegeta has a lot, you know, is in the works. You know, it's not something where you should just, or anyone should just be like, oh, Vegeta sucks, you know, because powers, blah, 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 this and that. More so think about like, I see potential, how can I make it work? You know, so it's not to say anyone that disagrees with me is wrong or stupid or anything like that, but I think they should probably give Vegeta a chance and a try before they are quick to judge. And then his name card, this is called Vegeta's Destructive Blast, I believe. So that attack is energy for 5 life, cost 3 stages, and depending on your MP. So if your MP is a hero, you gain 2 stages, rejuvenate 2. If your MP is a villain, you banish top 5. So, and it can only be stopped with energy combat cards. So the reason why I like this card specifically is because it has a place with Saiyan Vegeta with the old mastery, Saiyan Empowered Mastery. And for some reason, that's like a deck that I really want to, for some reason, experiment with. Reason being is because now Vegeta has access to Korin and the hero allies in Kami. So if you have like the Kami and Vegeta, you know, anytime you take damage, you know, you just rejuvenate a card and you gain an anger. And Vegeta's energy attack, if it hits, you rejuvenate 2. So if you had 2 Saiyan style cards, you get 1 anger for each one. So which is really cool. and you gain stages. So it allows you to. Oh, it's almost as if you're playing a Saiyan style attack, where in the old mastery, the Saiyan style mastery, all your attacks that hit that are Saiyan, you gain 3 stages. With this attack, with the Saiyan style mastery, you would gain 2 anger if it hits, and rejuvenate some stages as well. So I like that, and then also with the banishment, if you're a villain, it complements black obviously because you're already doing a lot of banishment, but also puts in that extra like 5, the 5 life cards that you pretty much dealt. If it was a crit, you get to basically banish those same 5 from the top. So it's good in that aspect, and it just more just discard power removal. So if you're playing Vegeta and don't play Dev Blows or something like that, you can probably play this card. That card in orange, his Destructive Blast is searchable just like Galagun, so it gives you another outlet to, if you want to gain stages, you search for that card. If you want to do Banish, you can search for it if you're playing the villain Vegeta. It has good synergy with orange Captivity Drill, so you play it do an energy for 5 life cards, or 6 if you're playing the old mastery, 5 life cards in the stage if you're playing the new one, and you gain an anger, you gain 2 stages from it hitting if you're a hero, and then you would gain 3 more because of Captivity Drill. So, it has a lot of synergy with a lot of things, which I'm really excited about to really try out Vegeta and to see where he kind of goes. So, just to recap, again, Vegeta I don't think is bad by any means. I think he's an MP, again, you have to really fine tune your deck to make him work. Again, his level 3 has a lot of synergy with the Red Ruthless Mastery because you can take those stages and make them into life instead. You have, if you're playing him in maybe blue, you could sit at 2, have Bite and Drill, Lift and Drill out, so now all your attacks can do, instead of +1 life, you can do +2 stages if you have Bite and Drill and Lift and Drill out. So, a lot of nutty combos, especially that you're already applying pressure with Vegeta 2 with the 4 life every turn. So, again, don't be quick to dismiss it at all, especially with blue having all the discard effects, and you just reveal them if you're at level 1. I think blue Vegeta can definitely be a contender for the most part because the card effects that blue has synergy with Vegeta level 1, and if you want to build a dominance deck to 2, or you happen to go to 2, they have a lot of good drills and stuff to complement Vegeta level 2. So level 3 and 4 should be hard to get to, but I could see it in Saiyan or something like that, or something that levels up quickly. Has a lot of synergy, and even in black again, because with the old black style mastery with the +1/+1 buff, you can convert those stages into the life into stages, or you can make those stages into life. So if you're at Vegeta 3, all your attacks doing +1/+1, you can make it either do +2 life cards or +2 stages additional. So you can go either way with that, I'm just really excited about to really test Vegeta and try him out. That's pretty much it for Vegeta. Again, he has a lot of synergy with a lot of things. It's just up to the players to really discover and find that out for themselves. So now we're going to be talking about the orange style mastery and what it brings to the table, and what it does, and how it might affect the meta. So the orange style mastery says all your attacks deal +1 stage of damage. After your MP advances a level, search your discard pile for a drill and rejuvenate it. Power: after performing a successful style attack, that attack gains hit. If you control 2 or less drills, search your life deck for a styled constant drill and place it into play. So the reason why I think this drill is good is because it allows more aggressive decks to actually be rewarded for being aggressive. Again, when I was playing like Orange Turles or even Orange Snail or Orange Godku, problem is I wouldn't get the aggressiveness I would need, because all the drills that give you your buff, like Joint Restraint Drill, Disaster Drill, Distracting Drill, all these things, you either have to wait to draw them, or wait for them to go into your discard pile, and then hopefully use a critical damage effect to get them out again, or something like that, or Orange Reform. It was just like you had to go through loopholes, I felt, to really make it consistent. Now this deck can make those decks a lot better, because you can get what you need right away. So with Turles, all your attacks are already doing +3. All your style attacks are already doing +3 stages. So let's say if you use an attack, like a physical, like Orange Empowered Kick. Physical for +3, destroy an ally. It'll do 3 plus turtles is 5 plus the mastery 6 stages by itself. If it hits, you can get orange disaster drill or joint restraint drill if you don't really want to level. Now, okay, you go, your opponent passes or something like that, does an attack. Then you play orange extension. You search for another beefy drill like distraction drill or something like that. So you can see how much damage just adds up so quickly right off the bat, doing a bunch of stages in just a combat or so. And if you're really worried about leveling, you can just search for orange devouring drill, get that drill out. Next turn, if you draw a drill, play it, level up. The drill that would go to the discard pile because you leveled would just go at the bottom. That way you can search it out again. So if you're planning on leveling, it's not even like it's that bad for you because you have ways to level without losing your whole board by searching devouring drill right away and then just leveling up. So you can have like one combo, you can have devouring drill, and then you could protect it with focus and drill if you let it. If your opponent doesn't block one of your styled attacks. So right there, again, being able to have the drills that you need. The reason why I like this drill again is because if you do level up, there are ways to get drills back from the discard pile. And the cards that we're going to be looking at are 1, orange truck lift. Okay, so let's say if you have 3 drills out, you level up. All of a sudden your drills go to discard pile, you rejuvenate one of them. Orange truck lift, get that drill right back into play. Another card, I think orange, I think excavation or something like that. It's an event where you rejuvenate 3 drills and you draw the bottom card of your discard pile. So let's say if you had a bunch of drills, you all go away. You can use that card, get 3 drills back, draw the bottom card of your discard pile, bam, you can just search them out again. So, being able to now get the drills back into your life deck helps a lot because 1, it helps you in the survival game race where you want to make sure that you have enough life cards to outlast your opponent. So by you leveling or by you rejuvenating drills can help you. 2, it's not really a dead draw because they're going to be at the bottom of your life deck, so that way you can just search them out later. Only time I guess it's going to be dead is I guess if you draw them, like if you draw them normally if you're playing the other mastery anyway. So I don't see what the problem is there. And then also cards like red, I think red charged attack or something like that. It's a physical attack for I think +3. Raise your anger 2. Destroy a drill. If it hits, you get to return that drill to your hand. So you have this in combination with disaster drill. You gain 3 anger. So you're at level 2. You play that card. You destroy the drill or destroy a drill. Gain your 3 anger. Level up. The drill goes to the discard pile. You rejuvenate it, and then if it hits, it goes into your hand. And then also, if that was the first time you used your mastery, you get to search for that same drill that you rejuvenated. So, and then you just play the drill from your hand back into play. So you didn't lose any drill advantage whatsoever. So it's things like that where I think this mastery can really shine. If I would build it, I would definitely build it with like an anger kind of variant where I expect to level up, where I would lose drills, but it wouldn't hurt me because I have ways to get them back using truck lift, using like orange excavation, whatever it's called, to rejuvenate 3 drills. And there's also orange energy attack that says with Gohan on it, where stops the energy attack, think rejuvenate a drill to gain 4 stages. And then you also have orange nudge, which stops the energy attack, destroy a drill, and you can bring it back into play at the end of combat. Alright, so you have ways already to bypass if you plan to level up, where you level up and maybe not all your drills go away, but at least you'll still bring back a drill or 2. And another card, which is really amazing, is Orange Smash. Orange Smash is a physical for 3, banish 3 drills, and they come into play at the end of combat. So with that being said, you have Disaster Drill out, which raises your anger 1. So if you're about to level, you're at 4 anger, you play that, you banish the 3 drills, and you level up, and then you go to a new level, and then the 3 drills come back. So did you lose any drills? No. So, depending on and then you still keep the aggressiveness. So it allows you to be aggressive and still keep your drills depending on how you build the deck. But I feel like even if you lose drills, it's not a huge setback, because if you're dependent on drills, then you shouldn't be winning anyway. If your deck is so dependent on having this drill and this amount of drills and this and that into play, then if you don't have that, then what are you going to do? I like this mastery because it allows you to also play fewer or less drills because you could search them out and they also get rejuvenated. So it can allows you to be more aggressive and make use of a lot of good orange physical combat cards that you have that are actually accessible to us. So there's a lot of things why I like this mastery, and it also allows you to deal stage damage even if you're playing energy attacks. So you use an orange power point for 5 life in the stage. And again, speaking on orange power point, if that hits, search for a drill. You have 1 drill, your mastery would trigger, search for another drill. So 2 drills from that one card. Same thing with search maneuver. If it hits, you search and maneuver to search out a drill. If that hits, you search for a style drill and place it into play. Seems pretty good to me, as well as keeping the damage. Decide to stay on level 1, not the end of the world, but you just have to be wary about like neck beams, and you also need a way to recover your drills if you ever do level up. For me, if I build any deck with this mastery, I would be planning to level up. So whether it be using digs or anger through orange disaster and captivity drill, I would expect to level up and have cards that complement my deck to get drills back into the life deck. So whether it might be if you're playing heroes, do like Kami, Korin, stuff like that, where you're constantly rejuvenating, putting stuff back in. It's a good way to just keep you alive and keep searching out drills. It's not a bad mastery whatsoever. Again, another deck I always wanted to try out was Orange Frieza. I could never really get it to work because, you never got the drills that you needed on the time, because a lot of times it's just like, you're hoping to draw this drill, you're hoping to draw the Devouring drill so you can level up, and, again, you're going through a lot of hoops. Now I can be aggressive, get an attack, if it hits, search for Devouring next turn, if I get a drill, level up to 2 right away. Or I can just search out the defense drills and then get some anger and try and level up that way. So, again, really awards aggressive decks, which I really enjoy, and it really holds that threshold together when you want to play like a physical beatdown kind of deck for sure. Or even energy beats and, you just want to get your aura drill right away. You can go do that. PowerPoint, get aura drill, get another drill. So if you're afraid of leveling, I guess, don't play this mastery, but I like to have the, that ability to search out whatever drill I need at the given time. So I think this mastery is amazing, and hopefully people will catch on and realize, that this mastery has a lot of potential. Now we'll be going on to the orange style cards that we have so far. So I think the first card I'm gonna just try and look up is they have a bunch of cards that are really good, and one of them in particular really works with the mastery. And again, we don't really have a bunch of cards in the card pool in terms of orange style cards from the new set that we can really make a judgment on this mastery being bad or not. The one that was leaked today, or earlier this week, I should say, was Orange Left Punch, which is physical attack, lower your opponent's anger 1 level. If you control less than 3 drills, this attack stays in play to be used a second time this combat. Attack table 1 stage, so it's 2 stages with your mastery. Turles would love this card. You play it, they stop it, you get to play it again, get a drill. Does 2 stages with Turles, 4, and with the mastery plus 5, just from that, and it gets to stay in the table again. So let's say if you have that card like Left Punch, you have Extension and something else, use Left Punch, it hits, it does 5 stages plus whatever, search out for like Joint Restraint Drill or Disaster Drill or whatever, then use Orange Extension, that becomes 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stages off the 2 cards. No endurance. Yeah, that's insane, right? So 2 from an extension, 2 from Turles, 1 from the mastery, 2 from Joint Restraint, and then 2 from like Despair Drill or Disaster Drill, whatever it's called. All right, that's insane. And then plus that card gets to stay in table to be used again because now you just have 2 drills. So now they're at 0. You're using that. Turles would be at like C or something like that. So that's an additional 3. So 1 plus the mastery is 2. Plus Turles, 4. plus the attack table, which is additional 3, which is 7, plus the drills, an additional 4. So 9 stages, 11 stages, no endurance, all for 2 cards, because you're able to search. It's ridiculous, and then if you have another one, you can end games like that, that's already 20 something life cards over there. It's absolutely ridiculous. Same thing with Godku, you get the extra cards so you can lay the extra beats down. So if you're using Godku, you can probably use the level 2 set 1 Goku and level yourself back down, and try and get the drills back or something like that. So it's a lot of different ways I feel this deck can really shine. Or, well, personalities with using this master can really shine. Turles being one of them. Another drill that we have is Orange Investigation Drill. So after this drill enters play, you may banish an attached card in play, which is amazing. So if you have like Wall Breaker on you or something like that, you can banish it. Whenever an effect will lower your anger more than 1, it's lowered by 1 instead. So again, it's a constant combat power, so you can constant drill. Sorry, so you can just search it, bam, no worries, and it allows you just to play a lot of one-ofs just because you can just search them, and if they ever go to discard pile, you can just try and get them back, or if you level, just rejuvenate it, and then all this other stuff. Orange Freezing Drill. Your attacks cannot have their damage modified by opponent's card effects. Attacks can only be stopped by physical or energy combat cards. This drill is insane. So it's really good in this kind of physical beatdown deck, or just beatdown deck in general, using this mastery, I should say. So no ball 6 to minus your stages, no garlic shenanigans, any of that stuff. You're just going in and going hard. It does have some confliction with the stopping drills, but if you're playing orange against orange and they have those stopping drills, you have this drill out, which you can search on demand because of your mastery. It allows those drills to pretty much be useless, and you just go into town. So I think that drills, I would definitely play that drill if I was playing any kind of orange deck using this mastery. Next up, we have Orange Outburst. Banish any amount of drills you control. Destroy a total up to X setups and or allies. Number of drills. X is the number of drills banished this way. So it's kind of like a pseudo ball 4, but for setups and allies instead of setups and drills. But at the cost of removing your drills. Good thing with the mastery is that you can search these drills out and pretty much, at least have some fodder in there just to get rid of board presence if need be. Next card up is Orange Audience. This card is amazing. Lightning Bolt, instant power. Return a drill you control to owner's hand. At the end of combat, you may place a drill from your hand into play. So it doesn't have to be that same exact drill, but just a drill, which you may do. So again, if you are afraid of leveling, you can just play this that card, and if they go like I dig your grave or something like that, you can use that in response. Bring a drill back up to your hand. You level, you rejuvenate a drill, and then you get to play a drill that you kept back onto the field. So it's a good way to avoid if you're afraid of like leveling on all my drills going away, blah blah. It's a good way to do that. Or if you're about to level up, you play an attack, and then you can use that to bounce a drill up, level, and then get the drill back. So there's a lot of utility and uses for it. So you don't feel like when you level up, your drills are going away. Someone ball 2s you, same thing. Use a drill. You don't get to rejuvenate because it's only when you level up, but you still at least get to safeguard a drill. That way you can play for next turn. Again, a lot of utility, a lot of different avenues you can go with the deck. So, or just with the style in general. So, again, for those who might not like it, again, that's fine. But I think it has a lot of utility and a lot of value, and it really opens up for more aggressive decks to be placed. Again, you already saw with Turles, 2-card combo extension and another card, or even search and maneuver and stuff. It has like a lot of different avenues where you can go and really just go to town. So I'm excited for this mastery. I can't wait to play it. It's like Set4. I can't wait. Open up a lot of doors for a lot of different decks. Especially Vegeta in this particular deck is actually pretty good too, because all your attacks do stages. So if you do an energy attack for 6 life, it can be 7 stages instead, and you can get the modifiers and then change those stages into those life cards into stages. So they get Aura Drill to make an additional 2 stages. If you happen to be at Vegeta 3, you know, all hell breaks loose because you can have a bunch of modifiers and then all your stuff would do stages. That can be life and then life and stage. So it's a lot of crazy stuff. So I can see why he is in this kind of mastery. Again, it just allows for the flexibility to go either or with it. So next up, we're going to be talking about two other cards from the new set that were in the Panini blog. So the first one is Orange Drain. So that card says it's an energy attack costing 2 stages. Next time one of your attacks causes you to change levels this combat, you may search your life deck for a styled event and place it into your hand. Damage 2 stages plus 2 life cards. Hit, raise your anger 1 level. It's amazing because it can potentially replace itself with the styled event card that you would get to your hand, and it's not banished after use. It's also 2 stages and 2 life cards. So with the new mastery, 3 stages, 2 life cards. If you have Aura Drill out, 3 stages, 4 life cards. So, you know, it's pretty good attack all around, solid card. So you might think, what kind of styled events would I want to search for? So with this mastery, you can search for Orange Desperation. So Orange Desperation says it's a styled event. All your attacks do a +1 stage of damage this combat, so +2 with the mastery. Lower your opponent's anger 2 levels. If you control 2 or less drills, search your life deck for a drill that does not have a constant effect and place it into play. So this reason why this card's good with this kind of build especially is because it allows you to get the opposite kind of drill that you might need. So the mastery gets you a constant effect drill. Desperation doesn't allow you to do that. Instead, you can get orange possession drill or orange common drill, something that has like some kind of power or something like that. So these two drills actually both work hand in hand because you can use mastery, get a constant combat drill, and desperation to get like, you know, orange possession drill or something like that. So they work really well together. You can also get orange gathering. So if you're playing like, let's say TN, maybe when you get Yamcha, Yajirobe, or Chaozu. Right now TN's the only one that can really use this card to its full effect, but the fact that you can search it. So if you want to play orange TN and you like leveling up, this is probably the deck for you because one, it's aggressive. Two, with TN's prep, you gain a bunch of anger. So Drain would fit right in there. And, you know, you can get your drills that you need to for that time being. And then when you level up, you know, you can just rejuvenate them. And Orange Gathering, you know, the fact that you can search it out now to make your attacks more effective, to make your deck more consistent is amazing. Orange Dodge, you know, if you're playing the old mastery and you you know, you always want to keep your drills and you level up, you know, you can search for dodge so that way you can get whatever drill you might need next, you know, so shuffle a drill, get a drill, add it to your hand, possession drill it away, do a bunch of crazy combos. Orange Energy Bubble, no one really plays. Orange Inspection, amazing card, very underrated. You know, it's good board removal, so if you're playing something like maybe like I wouldn't say Napa, maybe like, I don't know, some kind of deck there where you feel like he doesn't have like that much board presence, you know, the fact that you can search out Orange Inspection with this if you level up to one of your card effects and, one of your attacks, I should say, and be able to kind of even out the game state and you draw a card. Orange Excavation, that's the card I've been talking about. Again, rejuvenate 3 drills, draw the bottom card of your discard pile, so, you know, to be able to know that this card is also searchable is also another factor in the puzzle, you know. Everything kind of would work together. So you level up, your drill goes away. You can, if you use Drain that combat, you know, and you leveled up, do one of your attacks, guess what? You search for Excavation, you know, rejuvenate 3 drills, draw the bottom card of your discard pile. And obviously Orange Destruction, which is like one of the best orange style events that the style has. So you don't know how good it is. So if you're playing this kind of build, the old mastery, you know, you have a bunch of drills. I mean, it's amazing in Goku because, you know, sure, it wouldn't work with Kaioken, but you can like dig or something like that. Or if you advance, you know, through leveling, through an attack, you know, the fact you can search out destruction is also amazing. So, or any deck that, you know, is really aggressive, that wants to keep their drills in play, you know, can use Drain and then access the orange destruction. So this card's all around just top notch for sure. And the last card is Orange Reading Drill. So it's limit 1 per deck. Power used at the start of your planning step. Banish this card to destroy a setup. So it's just good to get rid of I guess like VTPs, relaxation stuff. I mean, it's only like a one-time use, but I mean, I wouldn't really run it because I mean, it wouldn't hurt, I guess. But Orange has a lot of ways to like deal with setups and stuff like that. Maybe not so much like when entering like VTP and relaxation and stuff like that, but like anything that kind of sticks on the table that's not when entering combat can either get destroyed by like inspection, stare down. Um, if you have orange, I think energy phasing drill, you know, you can blow it up. So you have a lot of ways to get rid of setups and drills that aren't, you know, when entering combat effects. So I probably wouldn't care too much if they got like they use relaxation, you know, it's not a big deal. But you know, I could see some people might be teching it in or something like that. It's not the greatest card, but it's not bad either. You know, it can have its use. It's a good one-for-one trade-off. So that's pretty much it again for these orange style cards. Again, with this new mastery, being able to search out whatever drill at will. If you're playing an aggressive deck, you want to simplify the game state. You know, if one of your attacks hit, you can search for energy phasing drill, land some energy attacks to clear the board. You know, if you're going against the orange mirror match, you can search out your drills faster than they can search out theirs. So then the moment they try to stabilize, you can ready search out phasing drill, you know, and then start getting rid of the drills. So take it as you will. I think that Mastery has a lot of potential. And again, we haven't seen all the cards yet that has to be released for Orange, so this is just what we're going off here and just like the tip of the iceberg for the most part with this deck. So again, if you like what you saw, just leave a like. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, anything that might seem unorthodox or might suck firsthand at first glance, don't write it off. There's a lot of potential in a lot of things. You know, you as a deck builder needs to maybe understand why this card is the way it is and how can I use it to the best of my ability. Because I don't think anyone thought of these old set one cards being played, but it has a lot of value with this new mastery, especially truck lift, especially the orange uh, attack that, you know, raise your anger to destroy a drill and stuff like that. Orange excavation, all these like set one cards and set two cards that no one really cared about or dismissed. So I wouldn't knock off the mastery over Vegeta just yet. I say try it before you knock it. So until next time, Z Warriors, MrWaffles out.